Well, she lasted a good while, but there's no compression anymore at all.
I wonder what it feel like to do that shit in real life. And now I know I got it. That's the reason, no, I be inside me on a dotted, but it's still visionary to the death of me. Yeah, I'm trying to make it, but I gotta find a recipe. Greatest of all time, I want the world addressing me.
Guys, well, I blew up the V6. Unfortunately, we were cruising down the highway on the way to getting some groceries, and it just kind of let go. Made a whole bunch of smoke out of the exhaust. I have an exhaust leak under the car, and it started pouring white smoke, losing power, and then it just eventually shut off. It never locked up, but it'll spin over with zero compression, and I'll put that clip here. So it's pretty bad. So today we're gonna go ahead, pull it apart, and kind of see what happened, make sure it is the head gasket, and look for some carnage, because I think maybe we might find something, but let's jump right in. All right, so I've been digging at it a little bit, pulled the plugs for the right side of the engine. This is what those guys are looking like. And they're not the greatest, but definitely nothing smashed. This guy's like a little silvery-ish, kind of. Not really. I think it's mainly just carbon, but yeah, definitely a little on the rich side, but nothing jumping out at me. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the left side now, which is the more annoying side. But yeah, you can tell she got a little hot based on the amount of orange all over the place, but let's jump on that side. All right, so I went ahead and got the other side out, and these two are kind of on the similar story. This one actually looks pretty good. This one's a little carbony. Now this guy is where it gets interesting, because if you notice, that gap's pretty big, but this gap is significantly smaller, and it's not quite touching it, but it's pretty close, and it's definitely got some oil on the threads, and it reeks of fuel, and it was also pretty wet. Like, it's pretty wet. So I think this might be our problem cylinder, because I'm imagining head gasket popped. It tried to compress all that water and kind of bent this electrode down a little bit. But we will see as we dive deeper, but that is our plug status at the moment. Alrighty, so with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking this thing pretty much fully down as much as I can here, just in the street parking at my complex. But I'm gonna get the intake off. I'm gonna get all of this wiring and hoopla, the big essential things, out of the way, so I can basically get to getting the valve covers off easily. And then eventually we're gonna have to work towards those headers on both sides and getting those off with the exhaust, so that we can get these heads off. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, start wrench turning. Probably gonna throw the GoPro on my chest maybe, and see if I can time lapse those. Alrighty, so intake manifold is off. I have it. So we're gonna go ahead and keep kind of trucking along here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuel rail assemblies off. I'm gonna get the engine harness kind of up out of the way. Just kind of flip it over to the side. That way it's not in the way, and I'm not messing any connectors or plugs up, because it is still a good harness. Obviously, the whole engine's technically kind of good. Based off our plugs, nothing catastrophic, so I'm really hoping just the head gaskets. And those should be here later tonight. So I'm hoping to have this like mostly disassembled by probably this afternoon, and then slowly work on getting the head gasket replaced, or just seeing what's broken, or maybe the rings went, who knows, bent rods, no idea. So we're gonna keep diving in. So finally got the water pump removed, mainly because this is kind of seized into the pump, otherwise you wouldn't need to pull that. But my hose is absolutely seized, so water pump and the lower manifold are coming off all at once. And I will say, all this water is from pulling the bottom rad hose and letting it fall so the radiator drained out. But there is no water in the pump. I mean, it is bone dry. So I think it's pretty clear that it consumed any coolant that it may have had. So yeah, I think it's pretty evident at this point, without even having the heads off, that this is a very, very clear head gasket failure. But we're gonna keep diving in and get this thing lifted off. So with that now removed, you guys can really see how dry this was. I mean, look at all just the, like, she's dusty. There's not an ounce of water in this whole housing, even all the way back in there. That's some real heat to boil all of that out. So let's take a peek at the camshaft. I mean, it doesn't seem that bad. A few of these guys might be bent, but I'm not sure yet. You can't really tell from this angle because the push rods do have an angle in this motor. But based on what I'm seeing, if I just touching camshaft lobes, nothing is really worn down or grooved really. That one might be a hair. Well, no, not really. So, all right, we only got these two front accessories left, and then can pretty much get everything off. I'm gonna leave the AC compressor on just because it is charged. So I'm just gonna undo these bolts here and kind of just rock it this way out of the way. But other than that, all the bracketry has to come off, and then we still have to do the headers, which is gonna suck, but we're making progress for day one. After a little while, finally got it all the way down just to the block. You never really realize how like tiny that thing is in comparison to the engine bay. Like, there's so much room. So it's really not that bad to work on. Just got all the accessories off. Now for the worst part of this, which is all these head bolts for the exhaust manifolds and getting that off. So let's get to it. Alrighty guys, we're back for day two. Got it kind of up in the air so I can get the exhaust mid-pipe bolts off of the header. But pretty much all the bolts are off. I got two more on that side that I need to get with a wrench. I'm gonna go under the car, undo the mid-pipe so that we can get these headers off and then get the heads off. Alrighty, well that took absolutely forever, but headers are disconnected where I can get to the heads and everything. All the rockers, push rods, everything looks to be in good shape so far. Won't really know until I pull all of it off. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Alrighty, so we've got all the lash adjusters, push rods are out. All the valves look good. In terms of the springs and retainers, all the lash adjusters look good. I have them up here. None of the push rods are bent. Just kind of got them in number order, so because they do wear independently to the cam and the follower down there, or the lifter rather. So definitely heads are seeming to be good. Obviously I haven't seen the other side, but so far so good. No issues with the push rods. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack all these head bolts loose. All right, all the head bolts are off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this first cylinder head off, and we shall see what we're dealing with here. Ooh, yummy. That doesn't look bad. Let's get that gasket off. Oh shit, in the cylinders from pulling that little thing off. Honestly, nothing that really is too bad. I'd say this side was good. It's not great. It definitely could use the replacement, but there's no holes in it. not blown out. And this side's also loose, so I'm gonna lift this off. Oh! Oh, hello. Alright. Well, that piston's cooked. Remember when I said I saw a little sparkle on the one spark plug? I think I found the reason. Alrighty, so heads off. Got my little trusty socket. You want to get the cylinder here. Kind of cooked one. It spins, honestly, it spins great. It's nice and loose, but there's some, oh, that's all cooked. That piston is absolutely fucking cooked. It's warped. Like the edge of the skirt is like warped in, pitted as hell. So what we are thinking happening, what we think happened was, obviously it had little to no coolant in it. Probably my fault, definitely my fault. And she just got a little hot, probably warped this driver's side cylinder head, and then it essentially blew out the side of the gasket. It didn't actually break it because it's steel, but if we spin, it spins nice and free, but that cylinder definitely was our problem. So unfortunately, not savable. I mean, savable if I want to rebuild it, but we're putting, so it's kind of pointless. I was hoping to just slap a gasket in it and then either part it out or sell the motor and trans as a piece, but yeah, we're gonna be parting it out now because that shit's fucked. And this was our passenger side gasket, which is pretty much fine. And then you can tell on our driver's side where it had definitely warped and had blown out basically through this section, and this is right where that piston kind of chewed up. And then obviously our heads are very unhappy. Both valves are very seized and they don't move seemingly in either direction like that one does. So no bounce, not good. So got two valves that are wedged and stuck open. This head is extremely pitted. This side's fine. Yeah, pretty much from here I'm just gonna start putting things on Marketplace to sell and try to sell some of the parts that are still good. Obviously we still have intake and manifolds and headers and all types of stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened to the V6. That's why we haven't been driving. That's why it hasn't been at events and why it's kind of just been parked here for a little bit. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. The video will be coming soon because that's pretty much our next step in the process and getting the swap ready. So, thank you guys so much. Peace.